All right, guys, we're looking at a quick brochure PDF about the summary of your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, I'm gonna leave a link to this in the description at the bottom of the video, but I want you to understand that you have rights. And there's two different acts that we focus on. And this is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The Fair Credit Reporting Act promotes the accuracy, fairness, and privacy of information in the files of consumer reporting agencies. There are many types of consumer reporting agencies, including credit bureaus and specialty agencies, such as agencies that sell information about check writing histories, medical records, and rental history records. Here's a summary of your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I'm not going to read all of these, but I'm just going to briefly go over your rights. You must be told if your information in your file has been used against you. Anyone who uses a credit report, anyone or other type of consumer report to deny your credit for your application for credit, insurance, or employment, or to take another adverse action against you, must tell you and must give you the name, address, and phone number of the agency that provided the information. Now, let's look up the definition of adverse action. What is that? What is an adverse action? We think we know what it is, but what is an adverse action? No, what is it? I want to know. Can you tell me what an adverse action is, honestly? Can you? What is adverse action? Let's take a look. Let's look it up. Let's check out the definition of adverse action. Let's go to Google. I'm showing you guys how to read because this is very important. A lot of people don't know how to read. We think we do. I want the legal definition because this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with law. So adverse action defined. In short, it's an action that denies a person or business, in some cases, employment, credit, insurance, or some other benefit due to consumer, credit, or criminal history. So that's an adverse action, guys. Now we know exactly what it is. All right? So let's talk about the next right. You have the right to know what's in your file. These are your rights. So you may request and obtain all the information about you in the files of a credit consumer reporting agency called file disclosure. You will be required to provide proper identification, which may include your social security number. In many cases, the disclosure will be free. You are entitled to a free disclosure if a person has taken adverse action against you. You've been denied for something because of information on your credit report. You are the victim of identity theft and place a fraud alert in your file. Your file contains inaccurate information as a result of fraud. You are on public assistance. You are unemployed, but expect to apply for employment within 60 days. All right, so you have the right to ask for a credit score. You have a right to ask for a credit score, and they can give it to you. Credit scores are numerical summaries of your credit worthiness based on information from the credit bureaus. Now, in most cases, the credit scores will cost you money to get those scores. But in some cases, if you apply for a mortgage, it doesn't cost you. All right, you have a right to dispute incomplete or inaccurate information. If you identify information in your file that is incomplete or inaccurate and report it to the Consumer Reporting Agency, again, they must investigate unless your dispute is frivolous. All right, for an explanation of dispute procedures, you can go to ftc.gov/credit. All right, consumer reporting agencies must correct or delete inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable information. So, what's the legal definition of unverifiable information? Let's take a look at that. This is how we read. This is how we read. Unverifiable information. What is unverifiable information? All right, let's see what we got here. We got a Merriam-Webster. I love Merriam-Webster dictionary. Let's see. Unverifiable, Merriam-Webster. All right, let's go there. Definition of unverifiable: unable to confirm or verify. He told me stories that were so wild and unverifiable, I didn't know what to say. See, they tell us we owe a debt. It's unverifiable. I don't know what to say, but they constantly report this unverifiable information on a credit report? It just makes no sense to me. And you guys sit up here and let them do it. Don't let them do it. Make them verify the information. Oh, little kitty cat. Yeah, make them verify the information, okay? So, all right. Consumer reporting agencies may not report outdated negative information. In most cases, a consumer reporting agency may not report negative information that is more than 7 years old or bankruptcies that are more than 10 years old. So if you got debts on your credit report that's greater than 7 years old, you need to be writing the consumer reporting agencies with the letters in Credit Bureau Secrets Exposed or one of our plans in order to get those negative items removed off your credit report. Now, access to your file is limited. A consumer reporting agency may provide information about you only to people with a valid need, usually to consider an application with a creditor, issuer, employer, landlord, or other business. The Fair Credit Reporting Act specifies those with a valid need for access. You must give your consent for reports to be provided to employers. A consumer reporting agency may not give out information about you to your employer or potential employer without your written consent given to the employer. A written consent is generally not required in the trucking industry. For more information, click the link. All right, we're almost done. You may limit pre-screened offers of credit and insurance you get based on information in your credit report. So unsolicited pre-screen offers, I hate those. It's just junk mail to me, you know. It's just junk mail. And insurance offers is just junk mail. I seek what I want. So in order to opt out and stop getting the junk mail, this is what you do. You may opt out nationwide with the credit bureaus just dialing 1-888-567-8688. So if you want to stop getting the junk mail, dial 888-5-OPT-OUT. That's 888-567-8688. All right, here's the most important one. You may seek damages for violators. If a consumer reporting agency, or in some cases, a user of consumer reports or a furnisher of information to a consumer reporting agency violates the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you may be able to sue in state or federal court. All right, identity theft victims and active duty military have additional rights. For more information, visit that location right there. So I just wanted to go over your rights with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. We're also going to look at the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. But we're going to go deeper into these acts as we progress. So I just wanted to give you some quick information. Again, our goal is to make you knowledgeable credit repair experts and knowledgeable consumers. That's our goal at killbadcredit.com, Credit Bureau Secrets Exposed. Now, if you know someone that needs credit repair services, I encourage you to click the link below and become an agent and work with us and refer those people. We're going to, only on the killbadcredit.com team, and we're going to educate you to make you better agents. Matter of fact, when you're an agent, you also get your credit report and your credit fixed as part of the business. That's the most important thing, because we can't have you being out here with jacked up credit selling credit repair services. It's very simple. Now, again, click the link below and let's get started. Talk to you soon.